TMG.
You know, from basketball, we go to the football.
Not Tierney.
Yeah, he's supposed to be fit for the last game, but you know, Maynards Protest. They locked off the Liverpool Man United derby.
Fruitless protest, meaning nothing. What did they achieve? They just locked off the game. You think you can inconvenience the Glazers? The Glazers don't put peas in, so how's that affecting them? They're only affecting their own peas. They're only affecting their own satisfaction. Today's game locked off? I'm not going to respect Man United fans until they go up to their Glazers' yards. That's it. Then I'll believe. Oh!
They're trying to lock off. What's it called? Sorry, lads. Sorry, audience. You know, after games there.
Sorry. I can't believe that.
Well, they're trying to. Let me see this.
This is some
pinball. Hit the post.
Hit the post.
But obviously they're trying to force the Glazers out of the club, trying to force them to sell up.
Yeah, go Florida if you really wanted to sell up. Go to outside they got. They ain't got bottle, fam. They're only doing it here, man. They don't really want the man out, fam.
But they protest.
How you going to Woodward? What does Woodward do?
They littered and damaged things. One officer was hospitalised due to a significant slash wounds.
And Gary Neville, we need to call him out for what he did. Yeah. Like, what he did is he incited this. He incited this violence. If someone were to die or something like this because of you, this is awful, bro. What he did is awful. And in the context of live and in sport, just because it's football doesn't mean that you should incite this kind of violence. This is just skullduggery. This is thuggery.
How did he incite this?
He was saying that you should go out there, hand and fist, do this for the... This is not football anymore. People are not football fans. This is just cult mentality. People don't love the sport. They don't love the sport. All they care about is the team. The team gives them an identity. I'm really, really disappointed in what Gary Neville did. No one's taking the sport away from anyone. This is just football, man. It became a business a long, long time ago. It became a business when the company you worked for made the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really, really disappointed in the way Sky acted. The Premier League doesn't need Sky. The Premier League doesn't need BT. And the sooner they realise that, the more money they'll make. And everyone will be happy.
Yeah, everyone will eat.
Very, very disappointing. Why is there not a Premier League channel? Why have they not thought about that? They don't need these people.
It's true, fair points. I mean, my outtake from the protest is potentially this could lead to, it's unlikely, but it could happen. Other clubs following suit. You know, Arsenal, they're unhappy with their owners. Maybe Liverpool, or maybe who else is part of the Super League? Maybe Spurs. Potentially could see a rise in, like I said, it's incited violence. Could we go back to the hooliganism days of the, I believe, 70s and 80s? I doubt it because there's too much camera footage going on today. But you could, don't be too shocked if you see an uptick in violence of this nature.
Hey, you did business. Do you know Mendelow's matrix?
What's that? Educate us.
And your stakeholders. You've got different stakeholders. Yeah. The stakeholders are like the players, the TV channel.
Yeah. The owners. Blah, blah,
the
blah.
owners, and then the fans. The fans, you fans, are low. You have low power. Like, you don't affect the decisions as much as you think it is. The uproar that you cause doesn't mean a lot because there's other fans that will take your place. You might have a high level of interest. All he has to do, all the owner has to do is inform you of the decision. He doesn't need to make you part of it. He doesn't need to consult you. You're not even going to participate. All he's going to do is inform you because you just have high interest, low power. Someone else will take your role. If the Arsenal Supporters Trust was to die right now, there'll be another Supporters Trust of people that support the decision. That's just how football is, man.
Is that Chukwueze?
Yeah, he's injured. I don't know what happened. It must have tore his ACL.
They say that's it. They say fans are the lifeblood of the football club, or the club.
So what's happening now? What's been happening for the last year? What's happening to football for the last year without fans?
There's been no fans, no.
And what happened? Did football still continue?
Of course it did.
And guess what? The owner saw that and said, "Oh wow, we don't need fans for this product." The same shows that say that football is more than just a product are calling the football an entertainment sport, a commodity. They know what it is. Ultimately, this is a business.
Oh, fair enough. What's the name of that matrix again? One more time.
Mendelow's matrix.
Mendelow's.
Yeah, if you want to be if you want to know some stuff about business.
Want to be an academic.
Be an academic, man. Learn some stuff.
Interesting. So going from obviously United to another team that was involved, both teams are involved in a Super League, or 3 teams are involved in the Super League potential breakaway. That being the 3 teams in the Champions League semi-final: Chelsea, City, and Real Madrid. The second legs. Talk to me.
If I was to look at all of them, there's only 2 disappointments. The 2 individual players that absolutely stunk it up. Hazard and Neymar absolutely stunk up the performances when their team needed them the most.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't blame both of them.
Why not?
I just think PSG are lacking. They're just lacking something, and I think it's from their midfield.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned something about a goal-scoring midfielder, which is true. They have tacklers, they have everything, but their midfield is not good enough. Their fullbacks not good enough. So they need to look at that.
I like Florenzi, especially a couple of years, but the other one's not good enough. The left back. They haven't replaced or even replaced. They haven't addressed that position. I mean, they tried Bernat for a while. When Bernat was a bit younger, especially I believe he was at Valencia, he was all right, but they never really addressed that position, that left back position. Because most of these top teams, they have quality fullbacks, and fullbacks, especially the uprise of Trent and Robertson. It was even before them, but that's even examined it even more, the need for quality at that position. I mean, PSG are too top heavy. They're too reliant on their stars. The others don't bring enough to the table. In City, you saw the others. Everyone to a man was putting a top performance. I mean, PSG is Mbappe, Neymar, Di Maria here and there.
Verratti, Marquinhos.
But Verratti doesn't provide goals, but he does provide excellent.
And then their goalkeeper,
Kenan can do stuff, but Marquinhos is like one of their main goal threats. Like, where are the goals coming from? And Mbappe, and really the goals really come from Neymar and Mbappe.
Icardi, it wasn't what they expected him to be.
Which is disappointing because they expected him to replace Cavani. If he did replace Cavani back to the Icardi we saw at Inter, then you're rolling. But obviously that's not transpired.
It's not transpired. Moises Keane is young, so you need to give him time. Di Maria is not an out and out goal scorer. In fact, I even prefer Di Maria as a centre mid. That's what he brings more when he's more involved in the play. So when you play him out wide, you lose a bit more of Di Maria.
That's what Real Madrid did. Ooh. Yeah, because I like Di Maria at centre mid, because if you have Di Maria at centre mid, you have 3 wingers that can provide you goals. Then your midfield now has the ability to bring an offensive threat. That's like I said, the problem PSG. Verratti is nice and neat as he is. He's not really going to get you goals. Paredes doesn't get you goals. Diallo doesn't get you goals. Gana Gay doesn't get you goals. Herrera doesn't. Yeah, I think he had one spell of goals a few years back, but right now doesn't get you goals.
I'm not wearing Herrera. He's got his career off being a rat.
You know what I mean? I mean, City, they have so many options. They have so many threats.
City's squad is
they're a team.
Their talent is well spread out. They got guys that can win it all over the pitch. They got people that know their roles. They got people that are underrated. Like, for example, Zinchenko. Yeah. He's extremely underrated. He's a very solid player. He performs as well. He probably a coach's dream, because I don't think Zinchenko will step out of line. I like the way he plays.
And he's been playing out of position for a long time.
Yeah, he's been playing out of position, and he still plays hard. They're centre mid. They've got so much versatility. Obviously, I think they need a Fernandinho replacement. That's something that is probably vacant, because I don't think Rodri is it. And even with Rodri not being it, they're still here. KDB, obviously, talented player, but they don't even need him to play well to win. I don't think KDB had an amazing game. Over the 2 legs, he literally.
He had a moment, but obviously
he just had moments.
The lucky goal. I told you it was the lucky goal he done in the first leg, the cross, and he was involved in the second goal yesterday with the pass.
Yeah, and then obviously I think it was coming out party for Mahrez, Foden. Yeah. They both performed very well, but even then I didn't think they even played amazingly. The star of the show was Ruben Diaz, and that guy was immense. Literally, I
think it was a very good performance from City top to bottom. I mean, I haven't seen City have such a unified performance from top to bottom. The defense, the midfield, all the team system, the block, all unified in one, all working to the same target. Didn't really give up that many chances at all. The team was nice and compact. And it's rare you see a Pep team that will be so balanced in that way, where they defend. At times they'll defend deep. At times they'll press. There's so many different variations in their style of play and their approach to their game. They were very tactically versatile. I mean, that was a proper European performance, and to seal the deal. But Ruben Diaz, he's 23 years old, the guy. I mean, his first season at City, he's completely transformed City's
And
fortunes.
He's built like
These guys wham.
it's wham, bro.
When I saw him in his top, I figured, shit, I need to do some press ups myself. Like shit.
This guy is wham. Like, yeah, he's built for the top, and even what he's done for John Stones, like John Stones now starts ahead of Laporte. Would you ever thought that before? John Stones even looks solid next to him. He looks like a proper centre back.
John Stones looks like the guy that we thought would end up
He's
being.
gonna be, yeah. So yeah, wonderful player.
Yeah, very basic for company right there.
And then
Well,
moving on to the next game, if you're looking at Real Madrid just need a rebuild. They just lack athleticism. I think that's just the whole problem with La Liga at the moment. They're just lacking athleticism, which is it's fine. Leagues go through these phases. I remember the last time the Premier League dominated Europe, and then eventually La Liga came back with superstars. So it'll happen. It just happens. These go through cycles. They just need some athleticism. They need an infusion of youth.
yeah.
And hopefully that will happen. I don't really have much to say on them. I was more impressed with Chelsea. I think Kante, just building on his big game resume.
Yeah, surely belonged.
Yeah, like this guy's gonna have every single cup in his pocket soon. I think the only cup he's not gonna have is League Cup. So he's even won a Europa, he's won a World Cup. He's been everywhere, fam.
Are they going to win the Champions League?
Fam, he might. And if it doesn't, Benjamin Mendy will win it. And then Benjamin Mendy can say he's one of the greatest players of all time.
You know, Benjamin can say he's one of the most successful players of all time.
Yeah, he's going to have it put in his back pocket. He's going to have that Dani Alves thing where he's just winning cups, but Dani Alves actually contributed. But him is just going to have bare cups, doing nothing.
Don't compare to Dani Alves. Dani Alves...
Hey, Mendy can say... When Mendy's all said and done, you don't even need to say he played. You can just say, look at my medals, dog.
But Dani Alves has the trophies and has the quality on the pitch. Has the
Yeah,
ability.
of course.
Like Dani Alves...
Mendy got no quality in the pitch.
Even though I don't think it's the case, you could make a case... You could make a case Dani Alves is the best right back of all time. Even though I don't think that's true, but you can. He's in the conversation there or thereabouts. Benjamin Mendy,
Best left back of all time.
he's even the best left back in Manchester City.
Look at his resume.
He's the best. He's even the best left back in Manchester City.
He's not the best left back in Manchester, bro.
No, he's not in Manchester. He's the best left back in Manchester City.
Yeah, it's not the best left.
You know
I'll
what I
take Zinchenko over him, bro.
But yeah, Chelsea, like you said, the youth, the exuberance, the energy, they just ran Madrid off the pitch. Like the Madrid looked so sluggish. It was lacking pace, they were lacking cutting edge. It's like everyone was coming to the ball. No one wanted to make the bursting runs, get behind the defence, stretch the defence. They was relying on their quality, like the technical quality and experience. But Chelsea, because when I was watching the game, I was thinking Chelsea need to be careful because they're missing a lot of chances. Like they're winning all the first, second balls, they're creating chances, but they're missing a lot of chances. And when you miss chances to that extent, you keep a team like Madrid in the game because Madrid they won so many games, they're playing poorly. But obviously back then they had a certain figure up top, or figures, because Ronaldo, Bell, they're not there anymore.
No, just Bell.
That's Messi. That's
When
Messi.
Bell and Benzema haven't been there, when Bell's not there, but they don't have a big moments guy.
But
As
yeah.
much as people insult Bell, I as a Real Madrid fan, how can you insult Bell? Do you know what Bell's done for your club? He's won you like two champs just by his pure performances.
Oh, he's got a rebound. I mean, Bell has. I mean, Bell's just weird because he's one. He's like, obviously, I'm a type of guy that, you know, we need you for the big moments, the clutch moments. But everything else for Real Madrid, Bell was obviously more time injured.
I thought that's why you intangibles, man. You talk about intangibles, you talk about big moments. So
No, you
need
do.
it. And Bell always does that, though.
He done that in abundance, but everything else is really ever there. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, the big moments are the most important, but you need to be there you need both. Like, you need to be there for the most other games, like put up your numbers, but you also need to be there for the big moments.
No one cares
as well.
about the goals he scored against Farmers, bro.
No,
in 50 years, there's legacy games.
So why don't the Real Madrid fans respect him then?
They don't need to respect him, but we know what Bell is. But Real Madrid fans are just weird like that, bro. They boo Ronaldo, so I don't. You just don't even
Real
care.
Madrid fans are just they're the highest, like they're the most demanding fan base you ever.
Yeah, and they're
seen.
still not as bad as the British media, so it doesn't really matter. Like they Hazard laughing, it doesn't mean nothing.
What do you mean not bad as British media? They get on to
British
it.
media is worse. British media will come to your yard, bro. Spanish media not coming to your yard.
What do you mean?
Spanish media is light work. What the British media will do to you.
What do you mean?
Look what the British media were trying to do for the Super League. They were getting on to Dons.
They need a dubious goal. I mean, obviously we're not in Spain, so we don't know how we don't really get to feel what's going on. Obviously, because we're not there. But
The only time I've ever seen Anelka talked about it in his documentary.
what did he say?
Saying that Spanish media were onto him though in his yard, outside his yard and stuff like that. So it's getting bullied, you know.
Well, yeah, Neymar and Hazard. Is it the end of what the era's? When did the era start? But the era's done, basically.
Some disappointing
The era's done in the same week, in the space of 2 days. It seems. Can they bounce back from this?
Died the same year as Ronaldo and Messi. Shocking.
Well, Ronaldo Messi's era might even, if they come back firing on all cylinders next season, they might.
At the end of the day, we just have to be careful because, for me personally, I'll just say this: if you don't get top 4 Champions League football, Ronaldo's out of there. So that's the thing. And then Messi's contract situation is up in the air. Barcelona are doing everything they can to keep him.
I'm hearing Messi's going to stay.
They're getting a. Huh?
I hear Messi wants to stay.
No. If he does that, then he's done. Yeah. Then
If he
if
does
he
that,
does that, then we're not going to talk about him on this show. Like,
if he does that,
we're not talking about him on this show.
We'll talk about it. Cause
No, we're not.
I'll call him a
We're
coward.
not going to talk here.
Okay, I said if he leaves, I'll void the season. If he stays, the season will not be void.
No, they might win the league. You do know that. But at the end of the day, if Messi stays, I don't want to hear nothing from him. And in fact, that means that era of Ronaldo and Messi's done.
Yeah.
And we're into a new era. Now we can start talking Haaland, Mbappe, Foden. That's the area that we're going to go into. King Foden.
King Foden.
That's the guy I'm going to put all my stocks in. My Messi stocks. Put them into Foden.
Put him into F-boy Foden. And F was for the front, though. Inter Milan won the Serie A, breaking a 9-year stranglehold.
Give Lukaku his flowers.
Lukaku, 21 goals, I believe 10 assists in 33 games.
I just give him his flowers.
He's been the main man.
Yeah, man, they broke Juventus strangleholds. Great performance from those Inter men. Conte always guarantees you a title.
The 19th chip.
Man, it's a great performance from Inter. I don't really have much to say on this.
To be fair, they got a bit fortunate because they're out the Champions League, or they're out of Europe early and they're out of the Cup kind of early as well.
Crap in. No, he's not out of the Super. They're in the Cup.
No, I heard
they beat AC.
I heard they're out of the Cup.
They beat AC. Maybe I don't know. They're crap in Europe though. Conte's always been crap
in Europe. Yeah,
he's absolutely awful in Europe.
But
he does what he did. He wears players thin, and his worst enemy's coming to the league. So I hope he's ready for that.
Hope he's ready for what?
His worst enemy.
Who's his worst enemy?
Do you know who's worst enemy?
Oh, Jose. Roma. That's very interesting.
That's his worst enemy. Do you know that them two be beefing for a long, long time? They've been beefing about match fixing. They've been beefing about all of these things. I don't know why Conte and Mourinho have beef, but
they're two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, man. They're just stubborn guys. The thing is with Conte actually wears players thin as well, so I wonder how long that's going to last at Inter.
Well, I've given him his fouls for this season at least, Eriksen and Perisic, players like that.
He rejuvenated
them. Ashley Young as well. He's done his job there. I mean, I just hope they can progress, go to the next level, be a threat in Europe once more, see what they can do there.
Italy haven't been a threat in Europe for a minute.
No, they
Since
haven't.
Juve. God. That's why I tell you people about Bukayo Saka. Guys really, really bank on this guy. Look at the other guys of his generation. Look at Mount yesterday. Look at Sancho. Look at Foden. I can bring the list. The list can go on.
What teams are they playing for? And Saka's, I think, the youngest, maybe a year below.
The only guy that I'm really scared for is Ansu Fati. He's had a
few injuries.
He's had a few injuries and he's had like 3 meniscus surgeries, which
at his age,
it's quite scary, bro.